Hey everybody, Beth Gibbs here. May is Respect Listener Opinions Month, and there's still time to vote for the movie you want us to watch in May. Head to totesrecall.com to cast your vote. Polls close on April 18th, so if you're listening to this episode after the 18th, we're very sorry, but also we still appreciate you. Again, head to totesrecall.com to cast your vote. Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we don't remember very well. We watch that movie. We eat 2 pizzas.
No.
1 salad. With dressing.
Oh, come on.
Doesn't come pre-dressed.
Oh, stop.
We dress it on site.
Stop, please.
Are we not getting 2 pizzas this time?
No, we're getting 2 pizzas, but 2 small pizzas.
Oh.
Really medium. Sorry,
Guys,
2 medium.
The budget is shrinking.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
So,
Help
Molly
us.
brought her own home meal because
She
we
felt
don't have enough money to order 2 large
Yeah.
pizzas anymore.
She tried to play it off like, I have too much food.
Oh, I just need to eat this before it goes bad.
Yeah.
We know the truth.
Really,
Yeah.
she's just watching that wallet.
We are hemorrhaging money right
Yeah.
now.
We also used a $5 coupon.
Oh.
jeez.
Who are we?
And then we come back and talk about that movie
All right.
again in the second half. My name is Dan.
I'm Molly.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And our movie this episode is Enter the Dragon.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. That's a
No, I don't think that's...
sports song.
Here comes the dragon. Monday night,
Yep,
starring Bruce Lee, released in the 70s, I think.
probably.
73.
3.
Great.
Molly's bet 73.
gate.
I'm gonna say 6.
7.
Oh, I was
No,
gonna say-
4.
Oh, I'll say 7. That's what I was going to say.
Yay, we all did it.
Great.
That's the fastest we've ever done that.
Yeah,
Wow.
rapid
Because
fire.
none of us really have any idea.
No,
Yeah.
certainly not.
So I assume none of us saw it in theaters.
How long should I wait to say that I'm really not sure if I've seen this movie?
I guess
Probably
that's
another 5 minutes.
I mean, here's the situation.
Okay.
I might have seen it, but if I did, I saw it to impress a guy in college.
Oh.
What does that mean? Like you saw it with the guy, or you saw it to then discuss with the guy?
Oh, no. If I saw it to discuss, I would remember something. No, I think it was one of those situations where a cute guy and friends
Yeah.
were going down to the student union
Yep.
yeah.
to watch a movie.
It is a student union movie.
And they were like, you want to come? And I was like, oh, yeah, I love Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Which I do. I mean, I have some knowledge of Bruce Lee, and I probably saw a documentary up to that point, but I didn't know anything about this movie.
This
Yeah.
is like
The movie.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made a lot of movies, but if you like Bruce Lee
Right.
and haven't seen this, I don't know why you like him.
Oh.
Kind of.
Well,
Oh.
like,
Like you were
harsh.
really into the Green Hornet.
or you like just like his pop cultural ubiquity. I feel like.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, wait. Okay, well, I'm going to side with Angrier Louder Dan. I
Hey.
feel very judged by other Dan.
I'm just. I don't. How did he enter your life? Is what I'm curious.
Through the
I liked
pores
it.
of our culture.
A cool guy on campus
A cool-
was on his hog,
Okay.
passed his marijuana cigarette over to. It's like, you like Bruce Lee?
You want to learn some Jeet Kendo?
Oh.
Look at my yellow tracksuit.
Anyway, I don't have a good memory of this film.
Well, do you want to
Yes.
take a
Make some
shot?
bets.
Yes, you do.
Bruce Lee's the good guy,
Okay.
Mhm.
Great.
and there's some bad guys,
Yep.
and he has to battle his way to a boss level,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and then he wins.
Great.
That's
I
pretty
think
good.
that's pretty much it.
Everything else is sort of just like window dressing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this movie's kind of like a video game, or video games are kind of like this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a bet?
Dan's bet.
Dan's
Yeah.
bet video games are like this
I
movie?
guess video games are like this movie.
Yes.
Since it kind of predates them.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's very similar to Mortal Kombat, and then
Correct.
he's brought to an island to fight a bunch of people.
Yes.
Ooh, there's an island.
I believe it's an island.
I think there's like a
I believe
a
it
Kung
is
Fu
an
Island.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Why didn't they call it Kung Fu Island?
Maybe they did. And then it tested poorly or something.
And then he has to fight everybody from all over the world.
hmm
Yeah.
And
Yes, Mortal Kombat is like the magical version of this.
yeah.
Because in Mortal Kombat, it's like an evil wizard to stage some sort of kung fu tournament, and the winner gets magic or something. In this movie, I think it's like some sort of crime boss
Yeah.
is staging a kung fu tournament for reasons that may or may not be explained in the movie. I'm not sure.
He's like a drug lord, I think.
Okay, so what do you win? Drugs?
No, I think you win like to protect him or something.
Or you like get into
I
a
don't know.
syndicate or something?
I have no idea. I don't remember what. I just remember it's like the greatest villain of all time.
Yeah. It's definitely. There's definitely like he is a known entity because that is why Bruce Lee and other two guys go to the island.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
buddies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember who drafts who.
I believe it's a white guy
Yeah.
who drafts
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, and then oh god, I can't remember his name. There's like another martial artist who's very famous.
Yes.
Chuck Norris?
No, he's in a different Bruce
No.
Lee movie.
He's in the yeah.
Anyway, I think there's three
Yes.
dudes. And
Yes.
I'm pretty sure white guy dies first,
Classic.
and then black guy dies.
Yeah, that's kind of. I feel like that's sort of unprecedented. If black guy survives longer than white guy,
I think that is the case.
I'm pretty sure Dan's bet white guy actually works for the government.
Oh.
So I think he maybe drafts Bruce Lee and other guy to like come with him to
Yeah.
be in the tournament.
That makes
CIA. I'm
sense.
gonna double down on there and said he works for the CIA.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ooh.
I will swing back around and double down on that double Dan, or double Dan on that. Whew.
So then Bruce Lee's just like a guy?
He's a
Great
he's like
question.
an amazing martial artist.
Right, but he's not like a cop or anything.
I don't.
He might be a
think,
cop.
I don't think so.
No,
I mean, maybe.
maybe I'm thinking of half of Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of common plots in kung
Sure.
fu movies.
Yeah.
Undercover cops.
So
being
is
a
he,
lot of
he's
them.
not a reluctant hero in any way. He's just a crowd participant.
I'm gonna say he's reluctant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll make a bet that he's reluctant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what he's gotten himself into
For sure.
until he gets to the island. Because I think like the first day he witnesses like one of the fighters like kill another fighter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then he's like, "What is this tournament?" And then they're like,
Yeah.
"You can't leave this island. You have to fight."
Oh,
I think.
I'm gonna double down on that. I feel like the tournament is more dangerous than he realizes. Like he
Yeah.
like it becomes more dangerous than he expects, or something.
And then there's like a scene where they're in a bar or something, and it's
and they're
like-
in a cave.
There's a bunch of ladies. They're definitely in a cave at some. I think they're not in a cave, but they are in a warehouse.
Nice.
Oh.
And there's a part where I'm pretty sure the black guy is like laying on a bed in a robe.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I remember that.
Like it's that.
Does he have a sweet '70s fro?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes. I'm pretty sure he also has a sweet 70s, and this might be the entire movie, and I'm just associating it with one scene that I vaguely remember. But I'm gonna bet that he actually has like a very specific like theme,
Oh, a musical
like a
theme?
funky musical riff that goes under his
Oh.
appearances.
I hope so.
But it's very possible that is literally the entire soundtrack for the movie, and we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. I also remember that the bad guy has a claw,
Yeah.
Oh, the claw.
and he at one point gets Bruce Lee in the chest.
Yes.
Right?
His
And then
like
there's,
perfect glistening chest
Yeah.
gets marred by the Claw Man.
And then there's a
Mhm.
big 3 slashes
Mm-hmm.
on him.
3? My guess is 4 slashes.
Whoa!
Great.
Bets.
I love this.
I think it's like
Specific bets.
a claw.
It's
Like
like a
I don't know.
claw per knuckle.
It's
I'm-
for sure the last scene of the movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It-
I'm going Wolverine with
It
3.
is a close up on the claw, and then I believe it zooms out from the claw, and then that's the end of the movie.
Wow, that
It's
is
like
a
stuck in a
very
piece of
specific
wood.
bet.
Because it is so hilarious to me. It's like the funniest thing I've ever seen. I remember I watched this. So my friend Ellen and I used to have a kung fu night where she would come over and we would watch kung fu movies. And this was the first one we watched, and we could not stop laughing because This movie to me is the perfect combination of like ridiculousness and like actual action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's like legit good action sequences and stuff. But there's like a hall of mirrors.
Yes,
Which is
there's
absurd.
For sure.
mirrors.
For sure, a Hall of Mirrors.
At one point, the bad guy takes a cat and puts it into a tiny guillotine.
What?
Yes, that does happen. That does happen.
No, is the cat okay?
Yes, the cat's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Don't
God,
worry.
why did you? We
Spoilers.
should have held on to that tension the entire
No,
viewing
I would-
experience.
I would have just been in the kitchen
The
the whole
whole
time.
I will say it's very. You do not think the cat will be okay.
Ooh.
Like, and Bruce Lee has to make the choice on whether to save the cat or if he thinks that guy's bluffing or not.
Oh,
and he
nice.
thinks the guy's bluffing.
Nice.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
Oy.
does he have to make like a Batman choice between the cat and the woman he loves?
Yes.
Is that real?
No.
Because I was gonna say, like, I don't know if there are any women in this movie
I
other than
think-
like a couple of like fan ladies around
Yeah.
the boss guy.
I want to say that there's some mom concubines in this.
Oh.
All right.
But I'm not entirely sure.
So I'm gonna say probably no on the Bechdel-Wallace test.
No
Okay.
way.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be surprised if there is a named female.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't even think. I think he does. For sure, one of the three like main guys has a lady
Okay.
that he meets, but I can't remember which
On
one
the
it
island?
is.
An island
Yeah.
lady?
I
Oh.
think she's like. I think she like divulges some information to one of them.
And then it's killed. Probably.
She's like a source.
Maybe.
I just assume
Yes,
that's how this
I
movie
mean that
works.
sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Or is like threatened to be killed.
Yeah.
But the cat is okay.
I mean, from that scene, I think the cat's okay, but I don't remember what happens to the cat, to be honest.
Yeah.
In
He
the
escapes
end.
from the guillotine, but who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's on a Kung Fu Island.
Yeah. Anything could
I
happen.
think there's a part with like water, like
Ah!
something's hung above the water.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a
Is
cat?
it a cat?
I don't. Is it either the cat or the lady?
No, or maybe the black dude?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think it's a friend.
Okay.
Friend above water.
Friend above water.
You're writing that down?
Yeah. Because I remember that too. There's like a tank. Yeah, there's a lot of traps and
Okay.
gadgets, like
Yeah.
threatening gadgets.
Nice.
That's like in the underbelly of the island.
Yeah.
I think there's some cave work. They sneak into some
I
caves.
feel like there's some cave work, yeah.
For sure, there's a point where he sneaks into like some underground thing,
Yeah.
and it's a great sequence of him just like silently killing people.
Silently, except for when he makes those cool noises.
Except for he's like, "There's one. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even want to try." There's one part where he. I'm sorry. I'm very excited about this movie. There's one part where he is fighting a guy and he jumps on him.
Yeah.
And you don't see it happen, but he twists the guy's neck with his feet.
What?
Oh,
And
yeah.
he just yells like,
Yeah.
it's for so long.
Yeah, I also remember that.
It is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like does this little twist
Yeah.
to break his neck, and
Yeah.
there's a crunch, and then, yeah.
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 Famous
It's-
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. His
How-
like
okay,
howls are
We should
amazing.
time it. How long in seconds do you think it is?
You want to bet?
Oh,
We
great.
want to put some bets down?
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh.
2 full
okay.
seconds. That's longer than you.
That is a long time in
That's
any...
long for
Okay.
just
Yeah.
one noise.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 10 seconds.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
I think it's an absurdly long time.
All right. Molly, you want to get on
Oh,
this?
sure, 7. Is this a lucky number?
Yeah.
4.
Good.
All right. That's going to be good. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. Is this yellow jumpsuit?
No, that's Game of Death.
Okay.
Mm.
The
Mhm.
interesting facts that I half remember and I'm probably getting wrong are Bruce Lee was making Game of Death, which is the yellow jumpsuit one, which I think also has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where in that movie, which is a different movie, where he's just sitting. That's another video game one where he has to fight people. He goes up, like literally up staircases to different levels of this house to fight harder and harder bad guys.
Yeah.
But Kareem just kicks him in the chest, and then there's like a giant foot mark on him on his yellow jumpsuit. But he was making that one, and then some American studio was like, "Hey, we should get this guy. He's blowing up in Hong Kong, Bruce Lee, and they made Enter the Dragon. So he like stopped Game of Death, made Enter the Dragon,
Oh.
then died.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so they finished Game of Death with like a dude who does not look like Bruce Lee at all, other than he's also Chinese, and it's very obvious what scenes are not him, and it's kind of a bummer.
Oh.
And they used like a lot of footage from other movies, and it's super obvious
Yeah.
how they cobbled it together.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that movie's pretty wild.
Didn't he die making that movie? Wasn't he on the set?
There's a lot of weird rumors about his death that
Okay.
I also can't remember well.
Oh.
That we'll put on our Tumblr,
Oh.
touchregal.com. But I remember one theory was he was like eating marijuana a lot, and people were trying to pin it on that because he was like stressed from being a megastar.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's a bet. I don't think you can die from eating marijuana.
It was some like gastro thing.
Maybe you can. Oh, I take it back.
Yeah, don't get health advice from a podcast
No.
that I'm not remembering.
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's a gong in the mic.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So I think he died while this movie was being edited.
Okay.
So it was like filming was complete. We'll put it on
Well,
our
I
Tumblr.
know what, yes.
Or tweet at us. That's a good tweet.
Yeah.
Hashtag How Dat Bruce Die.
Oh,
Aw.
that's such a sad one.
What?
How about tweet at us, is that cat okay?
Well, we'll find out.
No,
Yeah.
I don't mean to make this equivalent.
I mean, that cat,
I'm just saying that
70
cat,
whatever.
Yeah, I
Probably
can't.
dead.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying cat is more tweet where it doesn't matter.
Who do you think lived a fuller life? Enter the Dragon Cat or African Queen Cat?
Oh,
no.
I guess we'll find out.
What?
Maybe
That'd be a
is-
crazy cat.
Oh,
Could it be?
yeah, because they threw it off the boat. It swims to Kung Fu Island. I'm
It's
going
like
with
a
it.
Forrest Gump of cats.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going with
it's
that.
just-
Same cat.
It's
All right, same
lived
cat.
a full life.
Yeah,
These are a shared universe. The
Yep.
African Queen and the
absolutely.
Dragon.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I love it.
Where does this movie take place?
Oh.
Is it like near Hong Kong or is it America?
I have no idea.
I think it's
Or-
Kung Fu Island. I
But
don't
like,
know.
is it set in the real world at any point? Like,
Yeah, at the beginning, they
where
definitely,
is
like,
this
find
island?
each other.
Is it in the South Pacific?
Probably.
Okay.
There's definitely, at the beginning of the movie, it is definitely like, hey, I'm someone. We all have to go to this island together. I don't know which continent that starts on, but it's not like it starts. They're not already on the island at the beginning of the movie.
I always bet they start on a continent.
Great.
Oh, that's pretty
Solid.
Great.
I hope it starts in the ocean.
Maybe it starts in that new continent that they found,
Atlantis.
Zealandia or whatever. Look it
What?
up.
What?
We'll put it on our website.
Yeah.
Zealandia? I don't know anything
Wait,
about
I have
that.
to go to our website to find out more about this new content.
Basically, I mean, not like a new continent like the way we learn them in school, where it's like all the land masses you see on a map,
Right.
but like the
Sure.
tectonic
Continental
like
shelf.
Oh.
chunks. They realized they've just figured out like, or they've been figuring it out for years, and now they have enough evidence to say like pretty confidently that like New Zealand and a couple other islands are on like their own chunk. They're not on the same chunk
Oh.
as like Australia.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is this just New Zealand trying to distinguish itself?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We're a different continent.
Ugh.
Ooh, I'm going to be on a different continent than
Kung-
those Aussies.
Kung Fu. Oh no, that's not New Zealand at all. Ugh.
I'm going to say Kung Fu Island is off the coast of Hong Kong.
Sure.
I'm going to say it's in that area.
Yes. I
Good
love it.
bet.
Do we think that okay, at some point Bruce Lee will be wearing a top and no longer be wearing a top?
Okay.
Do we think that top gets shredded off,
Mhm.
or Bruce Lee just pops off at one point because it's getting in his way?
Oh, great.
I want to say when he first starts his like fighting people into this cave
Yeah,
area,
yeah.
he's wearing all black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think he still is dressed when he reaches the like
Boss level.
boss level.
Okay.
And then I think he gets
Gets clawed off?
clawed
Ah.
and then he rips it off.
I see.
I agree with that.
Great.
I double Beth on that. It's clawed and then he rips it off to
All right.
get it out of his way.
I'm going to be slightly contrarian
Mm-hmm.
and say that it does get torn and then he takes it off, but it gets torn by a meager henchman.
Oh.
Because I feel like I'm picturing him like entering the boss battle triumphantly glistening with his full ripped abdomen exposed.
To keep things interesting, I'm
Mhm.
going to bet he's in a suit and tie. The entire time.
That'd be amazing. I This is really the only Bruce Lee movie that I feel like I've seen in its entirety. Is there a Bruce Lee movie where he at least fights someone in a full suit? Because that'd be amazing. And, like maybe rips the sleeves off.
That would be great. I don't know.
He for sure fights a giant man at one point.
In this one,
Yes. And it's like a public fight.
the one outside.
Yeah.
There's definitely outside fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the guy whose neck he breaks.
Oh.
In like when he's actually doing the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a giant Russian guy? Dan's bet. Russian guy.
I don't think he's Russian.
No? That's
He's
my bet.
another Asian man. That's
Okay.
bet.
Great.
Cool.
Is this as with Bloodsport and Mortal Kombat and all fight movies?
Uh-huh.
These are coming from all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, will we see some poor representations
Ooh,
of
great
other
question.
countries?
100%.
Okay.
1977? Yes, for sure.
Probably. I mean, even even his friend might be very much like a exploitation type character
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it is,
Oh, he is.
the peak of
Yeah.
black exploitation.
Yeah.
It's
So Dan's bet. There's at least one scene in this movie where Bruce Lee says something philosophical
Oh yeah.
for like no reason. I feel like that's just like in his contract or something, where there's just a scene where he like says something very wise about existence or something to another character.
Yeah. God, he's cool. He's
He
a
is
cool
cool.
dude.
super cool.
Fun, completely unrelated Bruce Lee story.
Mm.
I saw a documentary about him once, and this
So
may
did
have
I.
also come up on the podcast at some point because I tell the story all the time. What?
So did I. No big
Okay.
Was it Dragon?
No.
I watched that.
Great.
deal.
Tensions are
I
high.
just don't. Do you have a documentary story?
No, I'm still stinging over the other Dan's judgment earlier.
So why are you
And
snapping
I
at me?
just want to point out, because the other movie we talked about watching was Office Space.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, we'll
Yeah.
probably watch that later.
I hope so. But it got me thinking about Office Space and how do they make sure you understand that Jennifer Aniston's character is the perfect woman?
She watches kung fu movies.
Exactly.
What?
Oh, that's right.
So,
specifically the TV show.
In
Kung
your
Fu.
face, Judgy McJudgester.
But she really liked it, and you were just going along.
We don't
to
know.
impress- Yeah,
We
that's what you
don't
said.
know.
That's
we-
what you said.
No,
we, like,
we know what I
Previewing
was
a
going
later
on.
episode of this podcast now.
Oh, you're saying Jennifer Aniston in Office Space
Is the perfect woman.
did not actually want to watch Kung Fu.
I
Oh.
have no idea.
She for sure loves kung fu
Yeah.
movies.
We don't know that.
Because it zooms in on her face and you can see it in
She's
her eyes.
acting. She's an actress.
Well, not in
I
the
don't
movie.
even
She's a
remember
waitress.
this
in the
part of the
movie.
Yes,
movie.
the character is a waitress.
She's got flair.
She works at
Next month,
Flingers.
Totes Recall.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
trying to say, you get what I'm trying to say though, right? It is a cultural norm that what makes a woman like really perfect is she's also into hockey or she also really likes kung fu movies.
She likes dude stuff.
Yeah, and maybe when you're in college and figuring yourself out, if somebody invites you to go see Enter the Dragon, maybe, or maybe a different movie, maybe you just say yes.
In high school, I had a crush on a boy, and I bought a Timberwolf shirt to wear not every day, to wear. So he thought that I liked the Timberwolves, and I'd never ever seen the Timberwolves game.
Yes.
See, that's what I call empathy.
That's how you get. That's how
Yeah.
you get no attention in high school.
Did you ever like walk by him and be like, "Good 3-pointer last night"? Right? Out of that Timberwolf.
It's like not even during the season.
Yeah.
No, this is really embarrassing because I was like essentially catfished by a friend of mine.
No.
Oh, no.
She gave me like his like whatever chat name.
AOL screen.
I am.
And so
name.
like I like introduced myself to him through AIM.
Yep.
And then at school I was like I introduced myself in person, but he didn't actually talk to me on the internet.
No.
Oh.
So he was like, cool. But he didn't say anything like he didn't say like I don't know you or what are you talking
Yeah.
about. He always said hi to me in the hallway.
So,
All right.
but wait, it
But-
was your friend on the other end?
What?
Who was catfishing you?
I honestly can't remember who that was. I don't remember
Tweet
who
at
it
us
was.
if you're that person.
Yes.
All
Perfect.
right. We'll put it on
Well,
our website. Maybe.
Anyway, Bruce Lee story, documentary. It doesn't matter anymore.
No, please, it matters.
All right. I just think it's a fascinating indication of like, because he like Bruce Lee's whole thing, like the reason because they didn't make that many movies, and they're still just like crazy kung fu movies, but like the reason he was so like culturally just like all over the place is just because he was like kind of a cool dude, and very public about it. Because
check it out, y'all.
well, I just mean because he was like, hey, here's this martial art that I basically invented. Here is the way that I keep myself as healthy and crazy in shape the way I do. And one of the stories about that in the documentary was they found a dude who like hung out with him back in Hong Kong, and they had to translate it into English. So like the way the translator was like very matter of fact in the way he translated what the guy was saying. Yeah. But he was talking about how they were like hanging out at Bruce Lee's house, and they just watched him stick a pound of raw hamburger and like a dozen eggs into a blender, and then just like slam it. And the guy, and then
killed him.
Yeah, and then no.
Ebola or whatever.
Yeah.
Ebola.
What do you get? E. coli.
Again, do not take medical advice on this podcast.
You can get Ebola for raw meat.
Sure. No. So the guy, but the guy who was describing, or the guy who was translating what this dude was saying, telling the story, like then at the end of that description just said, it was terrifying.
That's great. That would be really intimidating.
Yeah.
To have like a buff kung fu wizard.
Just like slamming raw food in front of you. And probably like in a really casual way too. Like I'm sure he wasn't even trying to show off. He was just kind of like, I'm just going to do this while we talk. That was a blender sound for the listeners.
So how many meat egg shakes
Yes.
do you think you'll give this movie?
Oh man, I don't know. Like kung fu movies,
and do take your time about this, because I want you to give the right answer. Don't rush this.
I don't know. Like kung fu movies are so weird because they are inherently designed where you don't have to try that hard. Like in the rest of the movie, you know what I mean? Like I feel like as long as there is cool martial arts action, you're totally fine with every other flaw coming to the fore, unless the flaws are so bad that you're just like, oh, this is like legitimately offensive.
Yeah.
But I don't think this movie's gonna fall into that category for the most part. We'll see.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say 5 gross raw food shakes.
Whoa.
I remember really digging this movie when I saw it. So, boom. Feel bold.
I'm gonna drop it down one, even though I know I really enjoy this movie. It is not like the best movie on earth.
Sure.
Partially for those flawed reasons, but also a lot of the flaws make it like enjoyable. Not the like the ones that are like offensive, but ones that are like the claw itself is like a piece of wood with like knives in it.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. That kind of stuff. So great. Okay, four.
Raw hamburger egg shakes?
Yep. Thank you.
I think I want to be Beelbold.
Yeah.
I like kung fu movies a lot. This is, in some respects, the kung fu movie for Americans.
That's what it said in the documentary I watched.
Oh, good.
They specifically did they emphasize the kung fu movie?
I think any flaws that it has in a movie will be made up for it by thinking about how it's the granddaddy of kung fu movies.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, come at me, kung fu heads. I'm sure I'm wrong. And me thinking again how fucking cool Bruce Lee is. So I'm gonna 5 pounds of raw hamburger, 5 eggs, blend it up, drunk down,
Man.
while making intense eye contact with my
Good friend. Or maybe just a hangers-on. We don't know.
Yeah. They were like the turtles. I don't know. I haven't seen
The turtles.
Entourage. Is Turtle the main guy?
Yeah. It's
that's-
Vinny, his brother, and then all of the Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
I would watch that.
I would
over the
absolutely watch that.
actual show.
Oh, that would be more fun. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to picture the Ninja Turtles fitting into a sports car. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm hoping is going to happen.
Okay.
We'll start to play the movie, and there will be all these moments. I'll go, "Oh, I remember that." I'm pretty sure I don't remember anything from
Mhm.
this movie. I have to give it a 3.
Safe.
It's okay. 2.
3.
You want to push me on
Wow.
safety?
Alright, 2.
Oh,
Damn,
That's a little bolder. That's a little bolder.
You just took a ferry from Coward Island to Negative Island. I have a question for you, Molly.
yes.
If it turns out you did see this movie, and if it turns out you saw this movie in the way that you thought you did,
Yeah.
will it change your rating based on the relationship you had with that boy after that event?
Oh yeah, how did that pan out? Did it work? Was he impressed?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh!
We're gonna press pause, go watch Enter the Dragon, and we'll be right back.
Hmm.
And we're back. We just watched 1 hour and 39 minutes of some pretty amazing film.
Oof.
Wild
thought you-
editorializing.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was on bated breath there. I thought you were going to say pretty terrible or something.
Nope, it was great. I liked it. Podcast over.
Okay,
great.
well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
I don't know why I picked the MASH theme. That's
There
weird.
has been Totes Recall.
Recall.
Brought to you by American Cigarettes.
Oh, do we get a sponsor? I'll take a cigarette sponsor. Are they allowed to advertise on podcasts?
As long as we don't market ourselves to children.
Okay. We have explicit tags, so
Boom,
fine.
perfect.
Kids-
Come at us, American tobacco industry. Give us that sweet tobacco money.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is-
what do you do
If who?
With
if you're a
tobacco
tobacco
money?
company?
For advertising?
For advertising.
You just addict people, and then
Yeah,
they,
it's just like
that's
a
pretty
drug
much
that you can't
advertising.
stop using.
Oh,
Mm.
Also,
much.
they still have Casablanca.
That's,
That's
true.
true.
They'll always have Casablanca.
And whatever. We don't
Well,
talk
and
about it.
speaking of addicting people to things like opioids,
Oh,
this
well
movie
done.
had a plot.
Yeah.
Kind of.
For a while, at
Yeah,
least.
it-
Yeah. It came out in 1973.
Yay! Who
Boom.
got
I
that one?
think well,
Dan.
yeah, it looks like Dan.
Me?
Yep.
I honestly, I can't read. It
It
might
looked
be
like you
Beth.
started to write Molly,
It looks
and
like
then
it
you
says
did
Beth,
a D.
but I'm definitely 77.
Yeah.
That was I said it last.
Yes,
thought I
that's
said
me.
74.
I said 73. I got it! Yay!
Okay, Dan's taking a picture so we can post this on our Tumblr page.
Oh, you got a
and
bad
can-
shadow.
It's
You
just
got
a
a phone
shadow.
shadow. You gotta-
Just leave the shadow in.
Come on, do like they did in the movie so you can't see the camera.
Oh.
There was some beautiful shadow work.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, I think that's Molly.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
good job, Molly. 73.
It literally
Yay.
could be any of our
No,
names.
but it
Or
is-
no one's name.
But it is mine.
Okay, Molly, here was what you thought would happen.
Okay.
Bruce Lee was in it.
Yep.
Nailed
Check. There was a boss fight.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Check. There were bad guys.
Nailed
Uh-huh.
it.
Check.
Lots of bad guys.
Mhm.
And he wins.
Yeah.
He being Bruce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Bruce Lee playing the character Lee.
Yep. Mr. Lee.
What a stretch. Might have been his first name, honestly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They called him Mr. Lee, though, didn't they?
Oh, okay.
I feel like some henchman was like, Mr. Lee, and then told him to come over.
Oh.
Right?
I don't
I
know.
might be misremembering that.
I don't know. Tweet
What's
at
his
us.
song, Mr. Lee.
Ooh, what that Lee name?
Yeah.
There you go.
I guess. And then first or last.
Right.
Or maybe he's like Cher.
Ooh,
Oh.
nice.
Lee.
Prince.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Or Prince.
Madonna.
Beyonce.
There's a lot of them.
lot of them. Kesha.
There's probably a good Wikipedia article on
Yeah, I'm-
entertainers with just one name.
I'm sure of
Good.
that.
Also, put that in your tweet.
Yeah, if you could link us to that Wikipedia list, that'd be great. 'Cause then we don't have to have this conversation again.
This movie was great.
Yep.
Fun.
So
Bruce
great.
Lee is super cool.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Super cool and so muscular.
Like,
he is
terrifyingly.
Yeah.
And
he is.
really skinny at the same time.
Yeah. It's like he's only muscle.
Yeah.
And charm.
Yes.
Muscle and charm.
And beautiful
And
hair.
wisdom.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. Same with
great
And
style.
clothes.
God
The
damn it.
suit.
Yeah.
That
Those
brown
shoes.
three-piece suit at this funeral. in
Oh.
the funeral cemetery.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
The guy knew how to hang some clothes on that muscular frame.
Yeah. He even made really weird pants work.
Yes, those pants in the fight.
Good. Yeah, they
The,
were like
the boss fight.
jumpers.
or whatever.
Are those jumpers?
Kind of.
Jodhpurs?
Jodhpurs.
Jumpers.
Jodhpurs.
Jodhpurs?
We're
What
all
do you say,
talking about the
Dan?
same thing.
They're saying sweatpants.
No, they're like when it's like tight at the bottom and then billows out a bunch.
Yeah.
It was like not like the crotch wasn't as dropped as MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like genie pants.
I mean, these might be just like
No.
pretty standard traditional Chinese pants.
It's very
And we
possible.
sound like assholes.
And we're just
That's
whitening
true.
it up over here.
Oh, we're just woo.
But they looked great on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything he
we
wore
did.
looked great.
And I would
Everything.
look like an idiot in those.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
We can all agree.
We can all agree.
Yeah, especially I think this is like the crucial argument for how he makes anything look good.
The velvet
Yes.
one-piece jumpsuit in like a dark navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a very weird collar.
Yes.
Oh, it was great.
So
Really good.
So great.
And you can accessorize it so well with a snake bag.
Yeah. He, we're jumping all around.
We are. Just like Bruce Lee.
Just like this. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. But yeah, he gets a snake.
we'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it.
He and the snake become best friends. We'll talk about it later.
Yep.
So we guessed that the bad guy was a drug lord.
Mhm.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
That seems to
Yep.
be his thing. It's
Yes.
a pretty basic plot.
Yes.
There's an evil. Well,
I don't know.
there's some
if-
nuances to it.
There's just a lot happening that we don't totally understand.
Sure.
Like there's a prison with people in it that we come to find, but we're not sure what they're there for.
I wonder
Yeah. I was saying when we were watching the movie, this is the third time I've watched this movie, and it's the first time I ever realized that there was like any story.
if.
Like any time that they were showing a fight, there was always a reason for the fight. And
Oh.
I have never picked up on the reason. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, they're gonna fight now.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry,
No, that
No,
is
that's
a.
great.
interrupted our plot.
No, I
flow
just don't
for-
understand like they were testing heroin on people or
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely what's happened to the young ladies, the young crazy ladies.
Yes.
That were down there getting nursed / hit by nurses.
Yeah.
So wait, what's
But
the
I don't know
point of
all
that?
all the men in the jail.
I took.
I think the women that are being nursed, like they got too addicted. But then I don't know why they're keeping them around. Like they don't
I
seem to
thought
have any
maybe they
problems
were
with-
testing the batches on
Yeah,
them
that
to
was
see if
my
they were too
understanding.
potent because
Okay.
they were having a problem that it was killing people.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like anytime it would kill a lady, they just toss her in the ocean.
oh.
And that's how
Oh.
British intelligence guy caught wind of it because they found that lady.
He's like, there's so many ladies
Yeah.
in the ocean.
Yeah.
And he was very cavalier about it. It's like
Yeah.
a body in the harbor is like, who cares? But this one has drugs in it
Yeah.
or whatever. It's just like,
Okay.
Well, and he also, it was something where it was specifically like she was I think she may have been like maybe a British subject or something, which is why they were interested in it.
yeah. This is in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I guessed that, and I got it right.
Yeah.
Good job, me.
Was that still
under British rule?
in 1973?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty late, like 80s, right?
Mhm.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that was like his whole thing, where it was like part of his island is in Hong Kong territory. So if he had a bunch of illegal guns, we would swoop in on him.
Yeah.
But
And
we can't.
Which they do in the end with some infantry in billowing blouses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like toy guns, maybe. Like the props in this are great, but also I don't think the budget was very big for this
No,
movie.
Definitely not.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean the
bear
claw
had real fur on
it. It was covered in fur.
Yeah.
That to me says money.
We are
And-
jumping all over the place
That's true.
yet again.
So
Like Bruce Lee.
Ah!
Bruce Lee. This movie opens with he's at the Shaolin Temple.
Yes.
And his master is basically like, you are king shit.
Yeah.
You know everything. And they exchange wisdom.
Yes.
And he like passes all the wisdom tests.
Yep.
And then picks on a poor young student who just is walking by. He's like, kick me.
Yeah.
And he can't kick him. And then he tells
Teaches
him
him
to use
about-
emotional content
Yep.
instead of anger. And it's
Yeah.
very Jedi.
Yeah. And master.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, all of this. Just I was like, oh, George Lucas.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I was thinking about George Lucas in this movie. There's a lot of POV fight shots, which are
Mhm.
cool, but there's specifically one when the drug lord who does have dagger hands at one point, as
Yep.
we predicted. That's also in the shot.
Yes.
And I was imagining there had to be like a little guy with the claw hand
Oh,
on the
yeah.
stick running right in front of the
As
camera.
a young George.
Yeah.
As a young George
Lucas.
Lucas.
Oh,
That's his
amazing.
proto tennis ball
Yeah.
fishing rod
Yeah.
was dagger hand on stick.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. It's like, oh, the magic of film. And then it just exploded in his imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So he gets recruited not by the CIA at all.
No, I was
That
wrong.
was our Amero-centric view.
Yes, it
Mhm.
was a
Would be
government representative, though, right?
very vague.
Maybe.
It's not. I mean, maybe it's MI6, 5.
Because they had that very specific, vague conversation where Bruce Lee was like, "So if I contact you, you will come in," and he's like, "Well, we'll talk to someone who's interested. Like, we'll talk to the interested governments about coming in."
Yeah, and then he levels a pretty sick burn.
Yeah.
Of like, if there's trouble, you'll make a phone call.
Yeah,
or something like
and
that.
The guy's like,
like,
well, I
pip,
guess
pip,
so.
pip,
Yeah,
pip,
or
pip,
I'm a
pip.
British man. So maybe he was, just supposed to be some sort of like weird spy man or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
They're just like the Watchers. They don't
Oh yeah.
interfere, except
Yeah,
they
they
do.
just pass messages.
Yeah.
'Cause, Lee makes fun of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they really like double down on his motivation to go.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's an old Shaolin monk from your temple, and he's like betraying the Shaolin code. And then also, by the way, killed your sister. And
Or his
maybe your
henchman
mother.
killed your sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't understand what was going on in that scene.
No, it was not clear.
Here's what I got, I think what was happening was Shaolin guy was like, this guy was you, but then he turned bad. He's like the Darth Vader of the Shaolin Temple.
Sure.
Like, he was the best, like you're the best, but then he decided to use his being the bestness for his own personal gain.
Right.
Then British spy guy comes in and says, by the way, this guy is a terrible drug lord who's murdering flight attendants or whatever that woman who washed the mature was.
Oh, yeah.
And then I assume he just like stopped to visit home before he goes off to Kung Fu Island.
Was that his dad?
It was either his dad or just like some guy, a family friend. I don't know.
Okay.
But he was like, oh, by the way, let me tell you what happened to your sister. This guy's henchman kept coming to shore to like cause trouble.
To like creep on her.
And I think just to creep on the whole town.
Oh, yeah.
And then she just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And just like internalized misogyny.
Yeah.
As she's running from the henchmen, I mean, she fights pretty heroically.
good.
She's
She
so
kicked
good.
ass.
She
I
kicks
completely
ass.
forgot about that. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
amazing.
I would totally watch an Enter the Dragon prequel about her.
Yes,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So she's doing an incredible job, and then it gets to a point where she's about to get cornered, and there's this older lady who looks out her window and just shuts her
Oh,
window.
yeah.
Judgmental lady.
Judgmentally
Scowling ladies.
That was weird.
Scowling
So
and
rude.
unhelpful. And
She
then
might have even closed a window that
would have been
sister
helpful.
could have jumped into.
Yes.
Yeah.
She tried to.
There was like a
Yeah.
specific
She
shot of
jumped
her
up to
like
grab
reaching
it,
for the
yeah.
window.
Yeah.
So that was real crappy. And then she ends up in a warehouse and she does everything she possibly can. And the evil henchmen descend on her and she reaches for a broken piece of glass. And you're like, oh no, she's not going to. And she does.
Yeah. She stabbed herself.
She
Stabs
stabs herself
herself
in
in
the
the s-
gut.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's brutal.
And
Rough.
like with every single movement in this movie, there's some sort of like outlandish sound effect
Yeah.
that goes with it.
Yeah.
It's true.
And that one was gross.
Yeah.
But what the point, like the relevant point of it was like it was made clear that Invincible Beard Man, who works for the
Yeah.
drug lord, was the head of the group of men that caused his sister to die.
Yeah.
So now he has like triple motivation to go to this island and just mess shit up.
Right. So he is not at all, as we guessed, a reluctant hero.
No.
He's like very on board with going to this island.
Yeah. Also, those two guys, not his friends.
Nope.
No.
Nope. They like, don't even know each other.
Nope.
Yeah. Roper.
I mean, they know each other.
Roper and
They
Williams?
meet each other. They don't know each other beforehand.
Yeah,
do
they
Roper
they?
and Williams do, yeah.
So when they meet on the boat, it's like, oh, you
Hey,
old
Roper,
dog.
right.
Oh, okay. The two dudes know
Yeah,
each other.
yes.
Got it.
That's what I.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
But yeah, they just like happened to meet Mr. Lee, just Lee,
Yeah.
on the boat to Kung Fu Island.
Right.
But
And-
not before a couple of helpful flashbacks that they each have while thoughtfully sitting on the ferry boat that takes them to the big boat.
Yep.
Mhm.
Roper, the white dude,
Yes.
has a gambling problem and is escaping from his gambling debt / trying to get money to pay for
Yeah,
it.
escaping
Presumably.
from the best dressed heavies
Oh my god.
in the whole film.
Yeah. The guy who comes at him on the golf course What did I
Oh,
write?
yeah.
Captain's jacket. He had this jacket. It was so good. It
So
was like 4 or 5 like bright brass buttons,
Gigantic brass buttons.
dark blue, and then a tie with like a checkerboard pattern on it, and then a like a Fu Manchu mustache. Is that still a term we use?
Probably not.
It's just like a super 70s looking
Yeah.
mustache.
What do you call those in not a racist way?
I don't know. Tweet at us.
What dat? Long stash.
Yeah, Sam Elliott has them a lot.
Yeah, but it's like a full mustache and then comes down the sides. I'm gesturing, which is not helpful. But yes, it comes down the sides of your mouth.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You get it.
Doesn't cross the threshold of the chin.
Yeah.
My guess is that most people know what Fu Manchu
Oh,
mustache
sure.
is.
I already said that.
So, whatever the other term for that would be.
What was great about those was like I feel like at least one other, if not all of those guys had that mustache. So it's almost like that was like their gang sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was the Captain's jacket was the head of
Oh
that.
my
We
god.
should call it mustache long legs or something, you know?
Like Daddy Longlegs.
Except
Like
a
Daddy long
mustache?
legs, except it's a mustache. Because
Like-
it's got long legs on either side.
I would call it daddy mustache because that phrase makes me as uncomfortable as most people with that mustache do.
No.
All right, tweet in your votes for Daddy Mustache or
Mustache long legs? You know what? I don't know.
No, we're doing it.
Okay.
Twitter contest.
Twitter contest. Oh, I'll do a Twitter poll.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, look for that.
I have a question about that golf game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before
Oh,
he's
right.
assaulted by this large group of daddy mustaches,
Anyway, that
He-
stands.
he is putting and then goes on to like drive the ball into the
Yeah.
woods. And I'm not sure if he understands how you play golf.
Yeah, there were some questionable cuts in that
Kind
scene.
of because they needed to establish both he has a gambling problem and there's people after him for it, right? So he makes a bet on the putt, loses it, but then like hard cut to teeing off. Yeah, I was also confused by that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's in the woods and he displays his martial arts prowess.
Yes.
Mm.
Same with
Williams?
Williams' flashback,
Yes.
except he displays it by being like
Oof.
very blatantly harassed by white police officers.
Yeah, that was.
like crazy racist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe that's
I mean,
reality.
stop and
That's the reality of the
frisk.
world.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
they're like, hey, where are you going? You got a plane ticket? You're not going there.
Yeah.
And then he beats them up.
Yes.
And
And,
then-
takes their car.
Yeah, there's this beautiful moment where I'm like, take the car, and he does.
great.
And he looks cool as shit.
Right?
Oh yeah.
He's awesome.
He has an awesome afro as predicted, and then like this red suit.
So good.
So good.
So good.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Williams is real cool.
He was really cool.
And it turns out he's a tennis player
In real
Yeah.
life?
in real life.
He's
Viral.
a professional athlete.
Oh.
Played a bunch of sports in college, and then he started doing martial arts, and then he was on the professional tennis circuit for a while.
Wow.
He can
Yeah.
do it all.
He can do
Yeah.
it all.
Cool.
I did not see him wearing a robe in bed.
No, but he was wearing a robe, and then at one point was in bed.
Yeah.
There was a scene where he got out of bed and put the robe on.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of the scene with the other guy. What's his name again?
From
Roper?
Jurassic Park.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
what?
Jeff
Were you
Goldblum?
thinking of the
Gold-
Jeff Goldblum?
I'm always thinking of Jeff Goldblum. No, what's Roper?
Roper.
When he's like laying in bed and there's a woman like walking on his back,
Yeah.
and it's
Ah.
clearly a waterbed.
Yes.
Mhm.
Brown
I think
silk
that's
sheet.
the scene
Oh.
that was in my
That was-
brain,
okay.
but I like put other things together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure, anyone would.
But he's awesome. They meet on the boat. They know each other.
Yeah.
Wait, can I just say something about Roper?
Yes.
Having grown up watching Three's Company, Mr. Roper
Oh.
evokes a very specific idea of a person in my brain.
Yeah.
And he could not be more opposite of Roper from this movie.
You don't think it's the same guy?
I'm really sure it's.
Aren't they both a little lame?
Well, I mean, Mr. Roper is super lame.
But Roper in this movie
He does wear bathrobes.
does not look cool.
What?
Roper in this movie?
Hush
There's
your face.
So many turtlenecks.
There's so many turtlenecks.
He makes those turtlenecks look good.
You called him out for ill-fitting pants at one
Okay,
point.
one
Pants is
point
different.
those pants he had the best clothes in the first half, and then something happened to the clothing budget. And those pants looked like they were made, honestly, by me. Like somebody who had no idea how to stitch legs together.
It was just like
It
a
was just-
sweatshirt that they like sewed the neck together.
It was the weirdest.
So he put him on his pants.
It's like when you don't realize how something is supposed to be until you see it totally wrong.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, yeah, these pants were wrong. And the turtleneck was baggy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. But I'd say for the most part, all of the costumes were insanely good.
Yes. Everything Bruce Lee wore, amazing. Everything
Oh.
Williams wore, amazing.
Amazing.
Everything Han, the drug lord, wore, fantastic. At one point, he literally looked like Dracula.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
Big time Dracula.
Like, he didn't have a cape, but, like, the color scheme and the
Oh.
crisp corners were all there.
Yeah,
It was
and
amazing.
Slick back hair with like a deep widow's peak.
yeah, and he's got kind
Hairline.
of those angular brows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His eyebrows were incredible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really good.
Uh,
So they all meet on the boat along with all the fighters from around the world,
Yes.
America, New Zealand, and Hong Kong.
Yeah. pretty much covers it.
Yep. And the
Oh.
guy from New Zealand is a dick.
Yes.
The worst.
Terrible.
Also, not sure he's really from New Zealand.
He
That
has
was unclear.
the most insane Kiwi accent I've ever heard, and as fans of this podcast know, we have terrible ones.
I would argue we are experts.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally
real
just
bad. I can't-
harasses a kid on the boat for no reason.
Yeah, he sees a guy carrying oranges and he kicks him and
Yeah.
then, like, does it again.
Yeah.
And then he, like, tries to intimidate Bruce Lee.
Oh, big
And Bruce
mistake.
Lee, so fucking cool,
Kills it.
says, I practice fighting without fighting, then tricks him onto a boat and, like, maybe he drowns. Oh, no,
No, because he fights later.
Yeah,
But he
he
puts
fight-
his life in the hands of some like spiteful children,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like a total boss move.
Yeah.
Because the kids have the rope that will keep the boat in any way level and not just completely covered in
Yeah.
water.
And you know, maybe that's what inspired. I had a friend who was riding the bus and he had this story about how a fight was breaking out. There's just this guy who was just raring to fight. You
Yeah.
know when somebody just is like looking for a fight?
Yeah.
And he picked on somebody and somebody else kind of stepped in to intervene. And the guy itching for a fight was like, oh, you want to fight? And he was like, yeah, but not on this bus. Let's step outside. And so the guy rearing for a fight gets off the bus, turns around, and the bus driver shuts the door with all the rest of the passengers on and just takes off down the road.
Yep.
Nice.
That's
Fighting
awesome.
without fighting.
Yeah.
Take that,
Take that.
jerks.
Jerk.
This was like a
Jerks.
city bus?
City bus?
When you started that story, I thought it was a school bus. And I was like, that's a baller move. That's a child bus. All right.
You thought they just abandoned a child
Yeah.
on the road?
But this kid's shitty.
I mean, depending on what town you're in, they can be fine.
Yeah.
It's true.
You just walk home.
I mean,
Be like, oh,
What
Mom,
decade?
my friends are jerks.
Yeah.
They're
But-
just playing. My best friends on the bus.
When's
Gosh.
Dad coming home?
gosh. Maybe not, huh?
Yeah, not for that kid.
Anyway,
Oh my
they
god.
get to the island.
It's a hypothetical child.
So dark all of a sudden.
They get
I
to the...
assume they were just separated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why
or
is he not coming
divorced.
back?
Who?
They're
Oh,
divorced.
Molly.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, that was shoehorned in. Even the divorce heads, even our divorce heads out there kind of like,
They're grown
yeah,
Too easy.
Too easy.
Okay, fair.
So they get to the island. There's a pretty cool, like, over the island shot of a bunch of people training
Yeah.
with one
So many people training.
with one MVP
It's
who
so
is like
good.
just not quite in it.
Like it's like right, left, and he's just kind of like doing the twist.
He's chill. He's chill about it. Like his shoulders are real rounded. He's loose.
Do you think he's like
It's
the
like
next
he's
Bruce Lee? Like
dancing.
he's just so confident. He's just like,
Yeah.
I
whatever.
got this.
Or he's
Yeah.
doing his own style.
He's so good. Yeah, if you check it out, if you watch this movie, he's like on the outside file and he's second. He's like second down.
He's hard to miss.
Yeah.
But there, I mean, Beth, I think you pointed out like that there were like there was a significant number of different groups of people training in that shot. Like that was not a small set.
No, it was.
Mm-mm.
There were so many people
Yeah.
there, so many extras, and
That Kung Fu Island's got a lot of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, and in theory, all those people were like on camera for a second. Do you know what I mean? Clearly,
Yeah.
they were on camera for a second, but I mean, like. Do you think those same people that were in the field punching were the same people who were like
Working craft services.
Maybe.
handed out snacks. No, I mean like later, like Bruce Lee like punches them in the stomach and then they fall over.
There's probably like I bet there was like there was like a level of tiers. Like when you were coming in from the extra pool, it was just like, okay, come stand next to Bruce Lee. Now pretend to get punched or kicked in the chest by him.
Yeah.
And they would just like check off the people who were like definitely going to be on camera later. And then everybody else would just like, just put the white thing on and just go like this.
Yeah. We're doing aerial shots.
But they must have used half their budget just on those
Oh man.
scenes.
Yeah.
Because everything else could be done pretty inexpensively, but that was...
Not to mention the boat stuff.
Oh, the boat
Like
stuff
that's got
was
to
so
be
great.
pricey, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, that beginning was really kind of beautifully done for like a kung fu movie that had some
Yeah.
really shitty parts.
Yeah.
Not really shitty parts, but like hokey parts. Like
Yeah.
the showing Hong Kong and the harbor
Yeah.
and the island were really cool.
Yeah, you really. It was very sweet too because there were children and dogs, and you just sort of got the feeling. So obviously it was great.
Molly was very into the boat dogs that occasionally showed up on camera.
There were a lot of boat dogs.
There were a lot of boat
Sure.
dogs.
Literally said, "Oh hi."
Yeah. And then asked the movie aloud to just keep following the dog.
So you would definitely watch a movie called Harbor Boat Dogs in
Harbor
Hong
boat
Kong?
dogs, yes.
Nice. Quick tangential sidebar. We learn also in that scene that Roper has like 1 million pieces of luggage.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
Oh,
his
yeah.
entire boat.
All look exactly the
It's
same.
Yeah.
matching.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
He has like a dozen hard side suitcases.
Yeah.
Samsonite for
Do you
sure.
think in each one is just one turtleneck?
Yes. Absolutely. And then one pair of pants. He's like, God damn it. And that's why it looks so bad.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, they packed my shit pants and it's all I have?
What? So he must have been, at one point been rich? Like,
Yeah.
He's just like playing golf and has a lot of suitcases. Because
Yeah.
when we see him on the golf course, he only has $63 left, and he gives it to his assistant,
Yeah.
who has the best hat in the world.
The
Yeah.
best.
She's gorgeous.
It's like a ball cap, but the top is like also a floppy hat,
Yeah.
and the brim's real big.
It's real good.
It's good.
It's really
And
great.
she also has great line delivery in response to getting those $63. Just
Yeah.
one sarcastic, thanks. And that is her entire role in the movie, except for answering the phone.
Yeah,
Ugh.
the phone on the golf cart.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. I was under the impression that maybe he is like, perhaps is like the head of some big company,
Mm.
you know, but his own personal wealth has been gambled away. Because I think that's why Han, the drug lord, is like, I want you to represent us in America.
Because he has business
He's got those
connections.
biz connects.
Mm.
Biz connects.
Yeah.
Just got to pay off the captains.
Now, granted, I
Captain
may...
Daddy Mustache.
Yes, you have to pay off the daddy mustaches.
175,000.
But then I bet he could pay them using premium Kung Fu Island heroin.
Probably.
Ooh.
Like they give him a cut. The
Yeah.
daddy mustaches would be be the distribution wing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that shows his ethics, right?
Yes.
That he has offered that opportunity, and when he sees that his friend Williams has been brutally murdered.
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We
sorry,
bet
did I
that the
jump
white guy would
ahead?
die first. Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry, I was
well,
wrong.
one white guy died first, just not.
Sure, a
one
white guy
that
really-
died before Williams. But I think we were talking about the two of
Yeah.
the three main characters, main protagonists.
Yeah.
That's a real bummer.
But
In my memory,
I thought he lived.
in my memory he lived and the other guy
oh
died.
man.
Yeah.
So maybe that was just what my brain wanted. To
Yeah.
think.
Right. On a positive note, though, in kung fu movie terms, he went out like a champ.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
fight with
Oh,
Han
yeah.
was kick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started with an amazing "go fuck yourself" line.
Yeah.
of,
Bullshit.
I don't lose. Oh yeah. Well, first there was the line of like, "I don't lose. I'm too busy looking good."
Yeah.
And then yeah, when he offered, what do you want? He wanted to like join his team or something.
I don't know, but he said
No, he-
bullshit, Mr. Han man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to know
Oh yeah. Who
Who-
else was outside?
who was out that night, and
Yeah.
he wouldn't rat on Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his first attempt to go into the cave,
Right.
but then someone pulled on his rope, so he had to go back up.
Oh, so good.
But yeah, Williams had a brutal fight with Han, which is where you don't know why Han is so good at hitting someone really hard with one of his hands
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
because he wears gloves all the time. And then he gets kicked into a room of face-painted women who are so drugged out they find everything hilarious.
Yep.
and one woman looks like maybe she already got like a severe eye injury at some point.
I think Williams
Like crashed into
fell
her
into
and
my
like her glasses like
sunglasses.
blew up into her
But
eyes.
it's
Yeah.
hard to see.
But she's
what's
so
going
drugged
on.
out she
And
doesn't care.
I can't tell if it was face paint or blood underneath her eye.
Yeah.
But I want to think that she was stabbed in the eye.
It was weird.
And just did not care because she was so drugged out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that point, there's an amazing scene where Han finally defeats Williams, which, to be fair, he was too busy looking good that whole time.
Yeah.
He never stopped looking good.
That's
No,
true.
he didn't.
And then you see that his hand is like weird and he's uncomfortable, so he has to take off his leather glove to reveal he just has like a weird metal hand.
Yeah. That never really gets explained. I mean, it's important because dagger hands come back.
There was a
Well, he has. It's like what do you call him? Swap and
what?
I don't know. It's like...
swap and pop.
Yeah, the swap and pop.
The medical term swap and pop.
Well, it's like Legos.
Install a
just,
swap and pop on my hand.
He just swaps out his hands.
Yes.
No, I get the mechanics of it. I'm saying from a storytelling background.
There was a
perspective.
throwaway line from mysterious British guy earlier about how Han doesn't allow guns on his island because he had a bad experience, which I took to mean like his hand got blown off.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Or at
isn't
least
that-
super injured, which is why he then cut it off, stripped all the skin off of it, and put it in a trophy room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that also is in that case. Presumably his old hand.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like that's the sort of weird, evil guy attribute that deserves a monologue.
Oh, I see.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know how I lost this hand? And
Sure.
then, like, some crazy story.
Maybe
So
in
did George Lucas get every element of Star Wars from this movie?
from a lot of movies, yeah.
Oh, the hand
The
being
hands,
chopped off.
yeah.
There was that
Han.
scene where,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
Just the
gosh.
name, huh?
Yeah.
Just the name.
There's that scene where he like sits down and he gets locked in between like the doors in the
Oh,
cave and
yeah.
he just sits down like
To
in
meditate?
Phantom
Menace.
Menace.
Block that
There's
movie
that
out of my mind.
there's that scene where Chewbacca decides to pick 4 women to stay with him the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then says he would have picked more, but he had a long day.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Chewbacca's
was
so cool.
Williams in the movie. Yes.
Ugh.
sorry.
Speaking of that, Beth, there would be mom
Oh, yeah.
concubines. Yep.
Yeah.
But like
I mean, I don't know if
crazy
any of them are moms.
death
but...
mom concubines. Like they
Yeah.
all had like cool blade powers.
Oh,
What-
but they were daughter concubines.
Well, that was on yeah.
Well,
Oh, I guess
Hold on.
yeah. Okay, the mom concubines were different women than the ones that were with Han. Never mind.
Okay, so Han's daughters were the warriors.
His bodyguards.
Yeah.
His bodyguards.
Yeah.
And
Who
they're highly
they showed
trained.
off by throwing daggers at apples.
Yes.
Yep.
Which was great.
Which is
We didn't even talk about the party.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those daughters might not be concubines. They might just be bodyguards.
I
That's
think
what
they're
I'm
just
saying.
I think
Oh,
they're
okay.
just bodyguards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were different women.
And they're trained to destroy or bring fruit.
Yep.
Uh,
But yeah, the opening party when they destroy fruit
Uh-huh.
is crazy.
crazy bananas.
There's so much happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't decide what to focus
There's
on.
so many things to look at. There's sumo wrestling happening.
Yes.
There's acrobats. There's a lobster tank.
Yeah, like just
Mhm.
2 dudes walking around with a lobster
circle.
tank.
A full pig.
A full pig.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a
So-
roasted
yeah.
pig.
A bunch of bird cages.
Oh, so many
So many
bird
bird
Like
cages.
it looked like the tiki room.
Yeah.
At Disney.
Tiki
Mhm.
tiki tiki room.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of ladies.
Yes.
Lots of ladies.
Lots of fruit.
Yeah.
Yep. Just too many
Like,
apples.
Yes.
So
So
many
many apples.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the bananas, which are not as prevalent as the apples, but like some of those bananas have gone bad. I don't know if you guys
What are you
noticed that.
I didn't
talking
even see
about?
the
I didn't see the
bananas.
Much
bananas.
like the humans. Some of
Oh, some bad bananas on that
Bananas.
Oh, it's a metaphor banana.
Uh,
No, there's the apple pile on one side of the staircase, and
Yeah.
then in the background there's a pile of oranges with bananas on top of it.
Oh.
Important. Check this out, fruit heads. And most of the bananas look good.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different bunches. I have specific opinions on bananas, which is why I zoomed in on these. And some of them are pretty spotty, and like I would not eat those bananas. So I'm just backing up Beth that there's too much fruit.
Yeah.
There's-
Some of it's going bad.
Like
Yeah.
clearly some of that fruit is just neglected and
Yeah.
Well, and he is offered grapes at the tournament the next day, so they did have some leftover
Yeah,
fruit.
and he's into those grapes.
He's
So
really into
happy.
those grapes.
I've never seen anyone so happy to eat grapes.
Yeah.
Uh,
offered by Mei Ling,
Oh, right.
our
The-
named female,
that we have yet to talk about.
who is also an agent.
Yes.
She's a British agent.
Or
Yeah.
she's a whatever that guy is a part of agent.
Yeah. But the bummer about her character is that she kind of doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
She does save a bunch of people at the end, but then
Yeah.
goes away forever.
right.
Yeah.
So Bruce Lee very suavely says he picks her when all the concubines come around. So he can have a private meeting with her. But then she tells him there's like stuff going on, and then she lets people out of a
Yeah.
cage, and that's kind of it.
But she was in mortal danger. She knew that her number was coming up,
Yes.
right? Because women
Yeah.
get called in to see Han.
Yeah.
So this is where, to me, and then they disappear.
Yeah.
So do they end up in prison and doing heroin? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
they end up being the
understand.
heroin.
You want the
ladies.
life cycle of a young woman on Kung Fu Island?
Yeah, because I don't.
I think it's
Here we go.
recruited somewhere. The mainland? I don't know. They're a wide variety of nationalities. It
Yes.
was here. Recruited somewhere. They come. They party at the opening feast,
Yeah.
That's level 1. and then at some point they get upped to Han.
Cubine.
Han Cubine.
Yep.
And then they turn into a heroin test subject and then get dumped in the harbor.
Correct.
I think it's how
That's
it goes.
correct.
So she was at stage 3
Yes.
of Honkubine.
But then why then do you have all those other prisoners?
Which
The
are-
men?
The men.
Yeah, the men are very confusing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if those were like. Maybe those are the people that actually lived on that island or something.
I thought they were maybe people who came to try to help them,
Oh.
and then they were imprisoned. Because it was like men who like wandered too much or something.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can't
Han
remember
describes
what
them
he said.
as men from seaside bars who
Like,
don't
don't-
care where they sleep.
Yeah, it
But
was very
they
confusing.
certainly seem to care where they were right
Yeah.
And
then.
they do. There's one guy that they do a shot of twice. An
Yeah.
old
Ugh.
guy with sunken eyes, and it looked like a Holocaust
Yeah.
documentary
It was
shot.
intense.
Yeah.
It was like way more intense than the tone of this movie.
Yeah,
and it really bummed me out.
it was a bummer.
Yeah, but that's how
The,
it
uh,
is.
the,
And-
the,
Heroin
the
Islands.
dead women watching that short didn't bum me out. Just the.
Those did too.
All right.
And then actually that beginning part, this movie was so weird. Like there were times when it was really beautifully shot, and then times when it was a shitty kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Like there were these shadow scenes
Oh, those
that
are
were
so
really, really good,
beautiful.
like shot great, and then other ones are just like,
I think most of the shots were actually, there were a lot of shots I was like, oh, that's a really cool way to do that.
Yeah.
You know? I think they just had to move fast.
Probably.
Like you look at the credits, and the credits go by very quickly.
yeah, there's like a dozen people.
Yeah.
There for
Yeah,
this
I
movie.
mean,
Okay, so we've talked about before how women can only fight women, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I think so.
I don't know if we've talked about that on the podcast before.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Okay.
Totes heads will remember from our Totes Recall the reboot episode.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Probably some other episodes where women fight each other.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Mei? What's her name? Mei Ling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why doesn't she fight the daughters?
Great question.
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, they would kick her ass
Probably.
because
Would
they were
they?
trained
Would they?
killers. No, because she works for an agency that just sends messages.
That's true, but
Right?
I
She
kind of
doesn't
want to
have any
see her like
skills.
be. I want to see all of them be like
Yeah.
super awesome.
They could write it differently.
There-
She
They
could
could-
also be a kung fu person.
That might be
Yeah.
on the cutting room floor somewhere.
It could
Yeah.
be.
Because like that other lady is just dead at the end.
yeah.
We have no idea why.
Oh, the
Hans,
Madame.
like
of the-
Madame.
The
lady.
top
Concubines?
cubine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Concubine.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think they show Lee's sister kicking ass, and she
Yeah.
she beats up men.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's something.
I mean, I'm glad that one woman gets to do something cool in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then kill herself instead of
Yeah.
being presumably.
Taken to
I think-
Kung Fu Island.
No, I think like raped and murdered.
Yeah, that's where
Sure.
I was going too. Just
Yeah.
didn't want to say it.
Oh well.
This is a fun comedy podcast.
Oh man. Well, speaking of people in
Wow.
peril, no, I don't know.
No,
I don't know
go
the
for
transition.
it. Somebody has to get out of this.
Well, it's not going anywhere good.
I mean, I got more notes, but go ahead, Molly.
Well, I just wanted to talk about the cat.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, talk
Yeah.
about the cat.
Oh, that cat, you guys. I mean, at first you think you're not going to like the cat a little bit
Why
because
not?
it's so
Oh.
clearly uncomfortable being held. You know what I mean? It's
No.
like not having its best day.
It also looks like an evil cat.
It does. Well,
Wait,
it's being held by a villain.
No. Let's rewind a second. So you're saying that you sometimes don't like cats in movies because they don't look like they're enjoying themselves?
So, like, if someone doesn't want your affection, you don't like them? Like, if someone's clearly not enjoying affection, they're probably a bad person.
Yeah, or cat.
Or cat. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're talking about cats.
All right, guys. No, here's what I'm saying though.
Okay.
I was just worried that the cat was just unhappy and like being manhandled and abused and you know what I'm saying? Like,
So you're mad at the cat?
no, I'm not mad at the cat.
Well, you're
That's
saying
the
you
way
don't-
Dan twisted.
No,
said
you
you
said you
don't
don't
like
like
the
this cat. You were like, I'm not
No.
gonna like this cat.
No, I was worried about the situation.
Okay.
I guess I shifted there. I don't know. I'm so confused. It's cross-examination. But what I'm trying to say is then they set this poor cat
Yeah.
into a guillotine, which I had pictured when you described it as a little tiny guillotine.
Me too.
Also,
That was like
I also
cat
pictured
size.
that.
I remember it as being a tiny
Cat-sized guillotine.
cat-sized guillotine because I was like, that's just in the room, but it is a normal,
It's a normal-
human-sized
Yeah.
guillotine.
And it's Roper who is invited to put his head in there as a moment of trust, and he declines. And
Yeah.
so the bad guy, who's literally wearing black gloves and
Yeah.
petting a white cat,
Yeah.
sets the cat in there, and then they do this shot, this like this perspective of the camera looking down on the kitty, and the kitty just looks up at the camera like, help me. And it's the cutest. And I just worry so much. And anyway, then Roper picks up the cat, and the cat looks really unhappy again.
Well, Roper does a bad job of picking up that
Such
cat.
a bad
He's
job.
probably never held a cat
I
before.
don't think
But
he
he
has.
hooks his thumbs like into the cat's armpits and then like straightens
Yeah.
his front legs. Like
It's just like that's
That's
not
not how you do it.
comfortable. No.
Look, man, the cat was sitting in like a guillotine tube. He probably didn't know how to approach the situation.
yeah, I mean he's got to be aware. Like, is that guillotine gonna fall?
On my hands.
Sure,
Or honestly, it's possible that he had just paid people his whole life to hold cats for him.
sure. He might have been one of those.
He has no idea.
One of the 1%ers.
Yeah.
That's how he's lost all his money. He actually doesn't have a gambling problem. They're like,
The cat holding budget got blown
Roper.
away.
Mr. Roper, you have to stop buying all these cats if you're not even gonna hold them yourself.
I'll pay people to hold them.
the daddy stashes just own a pet.
Oh, Daddy Stash cats. It's amazing. Anyway, we learned that Roper, there's a line that he won't cross because he's like, don't kill this cat, I don't want you to kill the cat. And Han is like, oh, well, you have a moral whatever. And then he pulls the chain that you think is going to make the blade drop, but it's actually a secret passage onto his heroin cave.
Yeah.
Also, though, before we go into the heroin cave, let's jump back a few frames where Han is giving Roper the tour of that room. And we first see Han's mini, what did you call it? Loppin'?
Something.
Poppin' lop?
Poppin' lock. Nope.
God, it was
It
only
doesn't
like 10
matter.
minutes ago. Tweet at us. What did we say 10 minutes ago? Anyway, so he goes past his like trophy of all the different options of hands he can have, including his one like skeletal hand, which I didn't see if that also had a base that he could just put his bone
Oh,
hand back
yeah.
on to
Oh,
like creep
creepy.
people out. But I specifically
He's
want
like,
to talk about.
Happy Halloween!
I want to specifically talk about. There was one hand on there that clearly was just like a giant chicken foot.
Oh,
And like, I just need
It
to
was
know, like, did
huge.
he
It's
ever...
like a Baba Yaga foot.
Yeah, right? And like, all I want to know is like, what scenario has he worn chicken hand?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see that moment in his life
the
where
first
he's
one
like,
is-
here's how I'll intimidate you.
Yeah. Because at first we see a 4-bladed hand,
Yes.
which was Beth's bet on 4 slashes, which we thought was not going to come true because he even has a different claw hand
Yeah.
that has probably real bear fur.
Yeah.
No.
That one's like a piece of plywood with just like,
It's like a bear toupee stuck on
yeah,
top.
it
Well, I
looks
think-
real
I
bad.
think the idea with that one is like, it's shitty because that's like his emergency claw. Because it was like in his throne. Like, it was in like a little
It's in a
compartment in his
box.
throne.
Yeah, I mean, it's still in a nice box.
Yeah, well, I
But
mean,
it's
he's
not in the display
he's got,
case.
you know, he's got good taste.
Yeah.
Except for his emergency. Maybe that was his first pop and lop. That's why he's like, so it's like an old security blanket.
It's like the one he made as a
Yeah,
kid.
that's why the fur is all worn off and barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, that whole case has him good. The one, I mean, the bird hand's really good.
so good.
For whatever reason, the one that made me laugh was the one that was a fist.
Yeah, on like a little chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the idea that he would like switch from flat hand
Yep.
to fist at some point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch this guy. I'll put on my fist hand.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
I love it.
It's really dumb.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oof.
check it out.
Check it out.
He's got a great collection of Pop and Lop. I really wish I remember what you actually said.
I think Pop was the second.
Lock and pop.
Plop and Lop. I don't know, guys.
We'll figure it out.
Flop and mop.
Plop
Plop
and
'em
Lop.
up.
Anyway, Chicken Hand. That's all I wanted.
Chicken
to-
hand's really good.
Real good.
Bruce Lee, we made a bet about how long Bruce Lee was going to held his scream while he breaks someone's neck with
Oh,
his foot.
yeah.
And here's how it panned out. Because he does that. I said 2 seconds. Beth, you said 10. Molly said 7. Dan said 4. So is this where he's fighting Bolo?
No, this is where he's fighting Beardo.
Yeah.
The guy
He's
who
fighting
killed his-
Beardo. That's his first official match, right? And
Yeah.
then, and it's awesome. And
Yeah,
he's
it is
really
awesome.
good at kung fu.
It's great.
So great.
But then Beardo, who is now a Scarface man,
Because of his sister.
Because of the old man.
old man, maybe dad,
Oh, yeah.
cut him. Yeah, he breaks the bottles and he cheats, so Bruce Lee gets to kill him, I guess.
Sure.
But yeah, he does a jump and lands on him, and then he screams for 4.6 seconds, and the entire scene is 10.8.
Yeah, and let's be clear, like when we say scene, we mean like a sustained shot of just like his face feeling every emotion that human
Oh,
brains
no,
are
no,
capable
that
of.
10 seconds is after the 4.
Oh,
so the
so-
4 seconds of scream, and then I hit lap, and then it was another 10.85
Little behind
seconds.
the scenes.
Yeah, the tech heads are into this.
Yeah.
Uh,
But so in total, it was a little less than 17 seconds.
so I believe, in defense of my 10-second scream,
Yeah.
he is making a face
Oof.
that he is screaming on the
Oh,
inside.
no question.
For sure.
So I believe that in that case, I was closest with 10 seconds.
I'd give it to her.
That's fine.
I will give
Yeah,
it to
you're
Beth.
the next one if you want to give it up to him. Yeah, there's a
Because
long.
I would
Also-
agree.
There's a long tail on that screen.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about this because most of the movie, the audio does not line up with what's being said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though, like, it's not like dubbed in a different language necessarily. Like, I think maybe the first, like, his at the Shaolin Temple, maybe that guy was speaking a different language.
Yeah, I don't think his master's speaking English.
But
Yeah.
everybody else was speaking English, and it's just it's like the dialogue is like a half a second off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think
So-
sometimes they might have even said different words when
Yeah.
they filmed it than when they recorded it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, clearly different words. Yeah. So my question is, what do you think that record day was like when he's just sitting in a microphone with sitting next to a microphone with headphones on, and then he's just like, ha, ha,
Yeah, I hope so. I would love to just like some PH is like, okay, Bruce, we're gonna do the part where you
still George Lucas.
break the beard. Break the beard.
Bruce?
Oh,
Hey, Bruce.
Bruce, we're gonna do the part where you break the beard's neck.
Because maybe he was screaming for 14 seconds, and then in the audio booth he ran out of breath, and so
Yeah.
it turned in kind of like a.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
if
maybe
Bruce
he
Lee
made an
can run out
artistic
of breath.
decision.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Maybe it was an artistic choice. Like he was watching the dailies while recording, and then it's just like, you know what? Let's just cut it off right here.
Yeah.
And then the people in the booth are like, "What is he doing? He's a genius."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
put on his 3-piece brown suit
Oh,
and just fucking rocked
Yeah, that
out
is
there.
literally the one thing that this movie did not deliver on was when he was in that suit. I was like, we're so close to him kicking ass while wearing that
Yeah,
suit.
we need a scene with him just getting jumped for no reason.
Yeah,
Which
like
is a scene that happens all the time in
Right?
the beginnings of kung fu movies where there's like, we need to show this guy is awesome. He'll get mugged.
yeah.
yeah.
I just really wanted to see him like rip the sleeves off that suit. Not because I wanted to see that beautiful suit get ruined,
Yeah.
just because it would have looked awesome to
Yeah.
see him do that.
For
He'd
sure.
still look good. He is an intense man.
Yes.
This Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Just so many shots of him like whooping some dude's ass
Yeah.
and then like hard zoom in on crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's-
gosh.
Like
that's
sweaty crazy
amazing.
eyes. But he looks great.
He
And he's
does.
so charming,
So
too.
charming.
Oh,
What a loss.
what a huge loss.
Seriously.
You know who else lost? Women who talk to each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty hard fail. The,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
BWT.
Yeah.
We did have a named female in Mei Ling.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was so optimistic, too. Because at the beginning
Really?
they were showing the actors' names, and I was like, and there were some
Oh, she was
Oh,
like
yeah.
third bill.
women's names.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is promising.
I mean, in theory, like all those like drugged up women in the opium room were probably talking to each other.
Sure.
Mhm.
Like right before they came
Yeah.
into the room.
And then they just started laughing.
Yeah.
They probably weren't laughing at the fight. One of them probably said a hilarious joke that was not about a man, and then the
Yeah.
other one said a zinger, and then
Yeah.
they were just still they were laughing so hard they couldn't even pay attention to the
Yeah.
fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you have it. So we'd give it an invisible Bechdel Wallace pass.
Yep. We've made up things.
Conceptual.
Conceptual possibility that it might have happened.
What's the other guy? I feel like there was another key dude who gets his ass kicked in this movie that we haven't talked about.
The New Zealand guy?
No, who cares about him?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Bolo?
big dude, yeah, Bolo.
Bolo's great.
Yeah.
He's huge.
So big.
And also really good face acting.
Yeah.
When he gets
Yes.
his leg bit by
Oh.
Lee,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Roper.
No, by Roper.
Roper bites him.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So
Come on.
good.
Got great expression.
Yeah, he also just crushes people.
Yes, like that's his move.
He is in charge of punishing the guards who failed to stop Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And he breaks most of their necks, and then the final guy like picks him up like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then just like kind of folds him in half. I mean, he doesn't look folded in half, but
No,
that's what
he
we're
looks
led
like
to believe.
more like he's being cradled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it seems very gentle.
Yeah, but they put some crunching sounds
Yeah.
in there.
And you can
then
see
he's
that
dead.
in his facial expression that he's really working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty gruesome.
But yeah, you could eat like a multi-course meal off that dude's shoulders. He was so big. Like,
He was real big.
well, it was just like I think what made it so apparent was just like whenever he was next to Bruce Lee, you know what I mean? Because you had these two
Yeah.
like athletic, very expressive Asian men standing
Yeah.
next to each other with their shirts off, and Bruce Lee is just this like very lean, dense,
Yeah.
just like pile of muscles. And then Bolo was just like three very large muscles smashed against each other.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a full body.
Yeah.
That's how I describe him without going into further detail.
Anyway, look him up. He's huge.
Yeah, he's not Russian. That's probably the guy that I was guessing was Russian for no reason.
Mhm.
I figured you assumed Beardo was Russian.
Oh. No.
No?
I mean, this is the big guy.
Sure.
We were talking about how there's a big guy. It's
Yeah.
Bolo over Beardo.
Yeah, Beardo's pretty big, but Bolo is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just to summarize, Beardo big, Bolo bigger.
Yeah. And Beardo, I think, is in 3 or 4 other Bruce Lee movies.
Nice.
They must be bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's. I want to say Bob Ross, but that's not
No,
right.
it's
No,
not Bob
come
Ross.
on.
One of those is right. He's either a
on.
Bob or a Ross.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
He kind of looks like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's like-
Either a Bob or a Ross.
Yeah, one of those two. He shares one of those aspects. He's like Bob
Okay.
something else or something else Ross.
Oh.
All right.
Or maybe his first name is Ross.
Ross Bob.
Oh.
Oh, Roswell Bobberts.
Yeah.
Speaking of actors who may just be friends or related to someone on the crew, can we talk about the guy with the Hitler
Oh,
mustache?
yeah.
Who I like to think is just someone's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roper is betting money or paying that guy to hold a cat. We don't know. On the fights.
I think that guy just owns a cat.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
like-
really want to hold that cat.
But there's this old guy.
Yeah.
With a Hitler mustache.
Yeah.
And like Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah.
And he's great.
Yep.
He's a bookie. They're just doing bets, placing
Yep.
bets.
Yeah.
They hustle on.
They hustle him.
Oh, that was so great.
Roper and Williams hustle him.
Yeah, where like Williams basically keeps like needling the guy to make a bigger bet while Roper pretends to be bad at kung fu. And they keep having these quiet exchanges, which, as Beth pointed out, last a very long time, which you realize because people are continuously applauding the entire time as they look at each other.
And in theory, they're all watching the fighters.
Right.
So they're probably like, is he okay? And he's like, he just
As
is
he's making
nodding.
intense eye contact with this other guy.
Do they never show the guy after he wins the fight,
Which guy?
right? Hitler mustache.
Oh, yeah, he was just there for the bit.
Yeah, but they
They don't
never
show
show.
him pay
They
him
don't
up?
show. Yeah, they don't like. The payoff would be like him being like, "Oh, I lost."
And like, here's a bunch of money. I hope you
Yeah.
choke on it. Also, here's your cat back.
Yeah. Like, very angrily
I feel
yelling
like it
at
was
him.
that Fast and Furious knowing glances between male characters that was the payoff for that one,
That's true.
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a lot of nodding was happening.
Just a
Lot of nodding.
lot of nodding. Also, I wrote down a Dan Jaquette quote. There's a pretty good amount of nut crunching in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah, and one particular one that I
Pretty good
actually what?
Pretty good
A
amount.
pretty good amount. Yeah. There's one in particular that I want to touch on
Yep.
because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I know
When-
exactly which one you want
yeah,
to talk
because
about.
when Bolo Molly,
Be serious.
come on, this is a serious movie.
Not funny.
This is a serious movie about men fighting each other on an island for no reason,
Yeah. And also heroin.
and also heroin and the exploitation of women.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bolo, big Bolo bigger,
Bolo bigger.
Bill Bolo Biggins.
Oh, no.
Oh, big.
Okay, we're done here.
No, okay. So it's like the big fight at the end where
Yeah.
Bruce Lee has been caught and he's Qui-Gon Jinn meditating
Yeah.
in the cave after doing some kick-ass moves with sticks, snakes, other sticks,
Oh, yeah.
nunchucks.
He goes through a whole academy? No. Workshop?
What
I
are you
don't know.
doing?
I don't know what the word I want. He uses a lot of different weapons.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
My favorite one, though, real fast, is when he has one stick
Yeah.
and he drops it and he picks up two different
Yes.
sticks.
Like he decides like it's time to move on.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
no, I have two of them.
So anyway, so Bolo is like, or Roper as a test of loyalty is supposed to fight Lee and probably assume kill him, but Roper's like, no, I won't fight him, just like I won't kill that cat.
Yeah.
And then so Han is like, fine, Bolo big man do it. And then Roper and Bolo fight each other a bunch and just really beat the shit out of each other. And then Bolo appears to get like just socked in the nuts real hard and then just like collapses and then we're done.
Yeah.
He's
Like the
dead.
biggest fighter on the island just is collapsed to the ground. And are we supposed to assume that like he got hit in the nuts so hard that he died?
Yes.
Yeah. Bruce Lee
This
punched his
movie
nuts to death.
is amazing.
And also that fight starts, I think Molly, you remarked upon it, with a really cool shot, another POV shot
Yeah.
of like Bolo Big Man coming at Roper, and Bruce Lee's just looking cool as
Oh,
shit
in his pants.
fucking Chinese jumpers.
So good.
Or whatever they're officially called, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm
But
sorry.
looking fucking like chill,
Chill.
even though he just was tied up.
Yeah, he looks
Oh.
like in the few seconds you see him behind Roper though, he looks like he should be like okay, follow along with me here. He looks like he should be on like the front of a cereal box in like the mid 90s
Yeah.
as like a cool mascot to
Yeah.
appeal to like 10-year-old boys. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's this very specific like arms crossed, legs akimbo,
Yep.
lean going on.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Like you could just put a surfboard behind him and it would work perfectly.
yeah.
God, and just the way he like nonchalantly just cruises down on a rope, just hand over hand
Oh
with
my
his
Like in a
God.
pike
his
position.
body in a pike
Like
position.
his legs are perfectly level.
straining not at all.
Yeah, he looks
He looks like he's just floating.
so chill.
In blue velvet.
Oh God,
So
bless
good.
America. It is incredible.
It is incredible. Oh, a velvet suit that is torn by henchmen,
Yes.
Yeah.
not by boss
Dan
man.
nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
It gets torn by one henchman grabs his shoulder.
Yeah, it's not even like a sword or anything.
You know, and then he's just like, "Well, this is kind of ripped now. I better take it all the way off
Yeah.
and tie it around my waist." And
So I can look even more badass.
still great.
Yeah,
Oh.
so good.
And then you could end the movie right there, but they don't. There's more.
Oh, after he's taking the shirt off,
Yeah.
like they just ended it right there.
Well, can we talk about the claw marks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should
right,
talk about the
right.
claw
There,
marks.
this was contentious.
Because he gets claw marked a lot. I don't want to go for
Oh no. Well, okay, so I was scared because he pulls out that bear claw,
Bear claw.
bear toupee claw,
Yes.
and it had 3 blades on it.
Yeah, and I was like, yes,
And
nailed it.
I knew for sure that is the claw. That is the last shot of the movie. That claw is like sitting in a piece of wood. And I was like, oh, I was wrong. It's 3.
Mhm.
Then he goes into his cave of wonders, takes out his other one. Oh, he gets Bruce Lee once with
on
it
the face.
on the face. Then he gets his 4 blades, scratches Bruce Lee again, but only gives him 3 scratches.
Yeah, on the belly.
Yeah.
And that was when I was really afraid.
Oh, that he never had a 4 scratch on him?
But never worry, he gets him again on his face.
Like
Yeah.
multiple times.
And then on his chest.
Yep.
And on his
And
back.
on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're both right.
Yeah.
Yep.
He gets cut up, and it would be real hard to watch if it wasn't clearly just like very thinly painted red lines
Yeah.
on the top of his
Yeah,
skin.
he would be bleeding pretty profusely.
Yeah,
from all
but
those.
guys, he is a Shaolin master.
Sure, he's maybe controlling his bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second time that Bruce Lee sneaks in his velvet sneaking suit,
Yep.
there's a snake waiting for him. Maybe on purpose?
It's
Like, is
unclear.
that added security, or the snake's just there?
The snake was just there, man.
Okay.
Then that's dumb, because he that it's not security, because he went down the exact same like hatch into the
Snake's
cave.
got a snake.
Yeah, that
No.
snake might have just been snake.
What?
No,
Why
no,
would you-
I'm not blaming the snake. I'm saying
No, like,
there
why would-
should be more security there. Like,
Oh, listen, if snakes were the security, that thing would be covered in snakes.
That's a fair
That
point.
was just they're on an island,
yeah, no,
and that was a potted plant.
Molly,
What?
I'm not attacking the snake.
No, I really feel like you got beef with the snake.
No.
No, his beef is that if snake is not security, that means the only security is a potted plant on top of the hatch.
That was already there. They
Well-
knew he went down that hatch, and they don't post more guards there.
No,
He
no.
goes down
The
the same.
safety is that you have to watch guards get killed in front of you the next day if you sneak out of your house,
I see.
which Bruce Lee did the second day.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't
Well,
care.
apparently not.
Han doesn't know that though.
True. Anyway, he gets that snake.
I'm
It's a
sorry, I
charming
ruined
snake.
your-
Yeah.
it-
You didn't like the snake when we watched the movie. That snake's like all up in his arm, and you were
And you're
like,
like, ugh,
"Ugh, gross." I would have a hard time with this.
Yeah. But by get the snake, we should make clear get means like carefully put the bag that had the rope in it onto his hand,
Yeah.
grab that snake, reverse the bag, and then very gingerly just stuff the snake into the bag.
Yeah. I think there's some reality to that from that, like, if you put a snake in a bag, it just chills out.
I think
I'm-
is there a children's book? It's like if you give a mouse a cookie.
65%
Yeah.
sure that if you put a snake in a bag, it chills out.
Don't
Tweet-
take snake advice from.
Tweet at us.
Tweet at us, all you snake heads out there. Hashtag, what happens with that snake bag?
Yeah. Really?
What happens with that snake bag?
Okay.
It's a really long
Yeah, you can let truncate it.
Hashtag, sleepy snake bag.
Okay,
There we
perfect.
go. Nailed it. Sleepy snake bag. If you put a snake in a bag, does it go to sleep?
Well, what?
Because in the reality of the movie, it does. You
Sure.
gotta give me that, right? Because when he takes it back out, it's sleepy, so he smacks it on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of its head to wake it back up. And then he sneaks it into the radio room. This is where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Sneaks in the radio room and then just chills out again. Just like plops down like
Yeah.
a little kid, just
Oh, it's
chilled.
amazing.
And the two people in the radio room freak out, immediately threw a chair through the window and tumble out.
And it
Ugh.
cuts back to him, and he just has his head resting on his
Oh,
arm,
it's
and he's
so
like
good.
patiently waiting.
Yeah, he is like Bugs Bunny waiting for Elmer Fudd to blow up his own head.
Yep.
Like-
Yes. That is what it is.
Oh, so
Oh.
cute.
So good.
Anyway.
And then he just casually like steps on the snake because he's annoyed by it when he's in the radio
Oh,
room.
not stepping on it, but just to like keep it from biting.
Yeah, I
him.
didn't mean like he's
Yeah,
like crushing
pretty
it.
tenderly. Yeah.
Oh yes, he's tenderly subduing
I mean,
that
he and the
snake.
snake are clearly buds.
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, game respects game. You know, the game of death.
Ah. R.I.P.
Enter the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons
Okay.
are like snakes,
Dragons are like snakes.
depending on what culture you're in.
Okay.
Chinese dragons are more snake-like.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was born in the year of the dragon.
Oh,
No.
You're welcome.
Wow.
fun fact.
That is a
fact.
fun
Fun
fact.
fact.
I can never remember if I was the year of the dragon or the snake.
Oh,
It's a
real thing.
Well,
Never
let's try. Have you
remember.
tried putting yourself into a bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see if you fall asleep.
Every time I do, though, I fall asleep. So.
Okay, I'd probably
Interesting.
snake. then.
Snake, then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're called sleeping bags for a reason.
You think that's where they got the idea? Like someone just saw what happened to a snake when they put it in a bag. It's like, say, I wonder if this would work for people too.
Yeah.
But
So they're like long.
yeah, they're long like snakes.
Yeah.
Although snakes in my sleeping bag is a real fear I have.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I
Sure.
feel like that's in some movie. Where there's...
Well, it's from Huckleberry Finn for
Oh,
sure.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I realized I didn't say what happened with my crush.
Oh shit!
Oh,
yeah.
right. The guy on the motorcycle smoking a marijuana
Okay,
cigarette.
you made that up. This guy
Okay.
was never on a well, he might have been on a motorcycle at some point.
Yeah.
But he lived in my dorm,
Oh.
and he was very definitely interested in me,
Cool.
and had left me and we had hung out a little bit among friends, right?
Yeah, watching.
And he had
Enter the
left
Dragon.
me a little flirtatious notes on the whiteboard on the outside of my
Oh.
door back when this was a thing.
Classic college.
Yes. And then nothing. I heard nothing from him.
What happened? He just disappeared?
He met a girl who looked exactly like Kate Moss and started dating her.
Oh my god.
And that was it.
Was it Kate Moss?
No. But it looked exactly like her.
But what if it was?
If it was, then actually that would make me feel even better.
Yeah.
Because you really can't be upset.
Let's say it was Kate Moss.
It might have been. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
So he was the kind of guy that was only interested in looks.
Dodged a bullet, it sounds like.
Sounds like he was pretty shallow.
I guess. I wasn't terrible looking. I don't want you to think that, I don't know. What's happening?
What?
What's happening?
I don't think anyone was suggesting
they're
that.
they're saying that he's shallow.
Oh, that he missed out.
Thank
The
you for
opportunity.
woman-splaining that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Finally, it's me who's explaining something.
But was that movie Enter the Dragon? Have you seen this movie before?
I have never seen it.
Mark it up. Another one on the board.
Yeah. Someone's keeping track of this, right?
Yeah.
All our chase heads out there?
Chase it.
Oh.
Before we get to our final rating of the movie,
Did you forget the
Why did you have to think about that? Why did you have to think about what we were...
I feel like for you transition heads out there.
Well, and I guess, okay, to come to the defense of Dan, we have talked about a lot of things that have nothing to do with this movie or movies at all.
right, before we get to how we felt about this movie that we watched, Enter the Dragon, starring Bruce Lee, 1973, we...
What's the runtime?
142? No, that's what my phone said, but someone else's phone said something
1
different.
hour 39
All you
minutes.
behind the scenes heads.
And also very sadly, Bruce Lee died at age of 32. We were that was one of the things we talked about the first half
The
that we
year
didn't
this
know.
movie came out.
Yes, which was 1973.
Great.
Okay.
Bummer. Real bummer.
Moving on.
Great. We like to read a 5-star review of our podcast by a listener, and we have one.
Wow.
Yay!
Yay.
And we like to do that in the impression of a character from the movie, if we can think of one that we feel comfortable doing, or a different one.
I do have a request if anyone wants to attempt it.
Is it the New Zealand guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I can give it a whirl.
What does he say to Bruce Lee? I'm trying to think of the root,
It's
the
like
root
the
line.
weirdest accent. I can't wait.
What do you? What's your style? What's your style?
He's
Your
like
style.
a Scottish.
Style.
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe that guy's Scottish and he's trying to do a Kiwi accent and
Yeah,
failing.
it's very confusing.
All right, ski. Yeah, okay.
Nail it.
This is by Farev from USA.
Great.
Thanks, Farev from USA. This podcast is great. I specifically enjoy it when you watch these movies that are so bad they're good. They seem to get the best reactions. Every month I look forward to a new episode.
You're just Scottish now.
And all the details, if forgotten from old movies. I've also realized all the troubling facts I missed when I first saw these movies because I was too young or naive to understand. Keep up the good work. They're too Scottish. There's more. P.S. after binging most of our team episodes and hearing about the wonderful newsletter over and over again, I feel seen it. Of course, then I listened to the Phantom Menace episode and realized it had died. Is there a condensed digest out there somewhere? PSS, hashtag, what would that Beth hat in Aladdin? Who else, Ruff?
Okay, first of all, thank you for reminding us of the incredible scene where Roper and Scrooge McDuck fight each other to the death. Second of all, to answer your question, you can find all of the same joys you found in the newsletter at totesrecall.com.
Yeah, pretty much all the content moved over there, right?
Yep, all of it's up there.
Yeah,
Right.
and new content as well.
I have it all the time.
Oh man, that was fun to listen to.
Also, I didn't hate Aladdin. I think Molly
Is that what the
hated
hashtag
Aladdin.
was?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
was reading
okay.
that as hat, like, for the head.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, what hat that Beth wears was in the movie Aladdin?
yeah, I don't know.
That's not a big hat
I don't know if our
wearer.
listeners realize this, but Beth wears a different hat that is themed to every movie we watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today she's wearing a hat that looks exactly like a mysterious island with a kung fu tournament on it. It's very impressive.
It's very detailed.
Very detailed.
And you get most of those from Molly's hometown, right?
You mean
sh-
Hatlanta?
Yes.
Just shush. Nobody. Nope. Oh, nobody says that.
Well, of course nobody says that.
So thank you. I forgot who wrote that already.
Harvard.
Farhaven USA.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you
much.
want yours read, write it.
Yeah. Dummy.
And we'll do that.
you.
Gotta go back. Check out that guy.
So grumpy. You just made such a grumpy turn at the end.
Just now?
I'm just generally like, all right, let's just get through this.
Well, I want to get to the meat egg shakes.
Oh, right.
To the what?
Meat egg shakes. That was our rating
we
system.
haven't done that yet.
No.
Oh, and I'll take Dan like a half hour.
Oh, my God.
Oh boy.
So
Dan,
harsh.
Yep.
you gave it 5 raw meat and egg shakes.
Yep.
I didn't write any notes for anybody.
Great. I'm going to give it 4 meat and egg shakes. I thought it was a good kung fu movie. I realized I should watch more kung fu movies.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume there's one that's better than this. So I dropped it down to 4.
Oh, all right.
Right? Because there's probably some that are more like, I don't know, probably even another Bruce Lee movie where like maybe he does something more impressive on camera, which is all I really care about.
Sure.
Yep, that's it. Solid 20 seconds.
Sorry.
I could go on, but who would want that?
No. No. So sorry.
Not the chase heads.
Certainly not.
They
Not
hate
those
your
chase
reviews.
heads.
Yeah.
Beth, you gave it a 4.
Yes, I am going to stick with a 4.
Wow.
Because I enjoyed it. It has a lot of fun moments. It has a lot of really awesome moments. Like I said earlier, it's like it does also have its flaws. And I do think I can think of several kung fu movies that are better than Enter the
Oh.
Dragon.
Please email them to me.
Okay, will do. 4.
Okay. I gave it a 5. I was going to be, what's our new Bilbo Baggins?
What?
Bolo Bigger
Feel,
Baggins?
feel Bolo Biggins.
I was being Bilbo Biggins. Gave it a 5. It was great. I liked it a lot. The kung fu is great. Bruce Lee is cool as shit.
Yeah.
It was like a little bananas. You know, like some movies are like straight up bananas, and this was like there were more bananas in it than it was bananas. That's a stretch.
Oh.
I'm gonna go down to 4.5.
Okay.
I still really liked it. I thought it was great, but yeah, it was more like, in part because it makes me sad that there's not more Bruce Lee movies.
Sure.
Mhm.
I feel like he's made a lot of other movies, or not a ton, but other movies, and they're all great. But I imagine the trajectory from here forward, there would have been a better Bruce Lee movie that would have come out. That would have been like, this is fucking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm bummed out that he's dead.
Sure.
Molly, you gave it 2 because I made fun of you and you dropped it. You revenged you like Yeah, revenge dropped it for
Yeah.
me goading you
Yeah.
and being a coward. So you gave it 2. How do you feel?
Oh man, this is really hard for me. Because if I think about any one aspect of it, I love it, right? There are so many different facets, and in a lot of ways, it was a lot of different movies. But the sum of its parts for me came to like a solid 4.5.
Wow.
So I would give it 4 meat and egg shakes with a dozen eggs on the side.
You want to expound on that for a few more minutes?
No, I
You
felt
can.
like that was.
You're free to.
No, I really feel like
I mean, you
I
have
was
the
able
option
to
to. This is-
encapsulate
I
all
mean-
my feelings in a reasonable
It's
amount
like we
of
don't
time.
have any set runtime.
Well,
that this
and
podcast has to
it's not
follow.
as though we haven't been talking about the movie for an hour and a half.
I'm just saying,
like,
maybe you
maybe we
have come
should-
to some
maybe
new
you-
realizations about
No,
the film.
I don't think
just
so.
now at this moment.
No, I feel like
And-
I've been very thorough. I feel like I've had an opportunity.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.